Hey, this is Raj from CoinLive, and today I have the absolute pleasure of interviewing Ameer. Ameer is the co-founder of Blockgeeks, a crypto education website, and we are going to get his views on insights on some of the various issues that are going on in the crypto space right now. And on a more personal front, I'm extremely grateful to him because he's the one who introduced me to the crypto space. So, hey Ameer, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. So, I want to ask you this question. In fact, I wanted to ask you this for a long, long time. Like, you
Sure.
describe yourself as a serial entrepreneur, and you have been in various niches and businesses over the period of time. So, I want to know your journey into the crypto space. Like, what began this journey for you?
Sure. Well, I'm blessed enough to be living in Toronto, which is one of the biggest hubs in the world when it comes to blockchain and crypto. We have a lot of the original, like Peter Todd here from the Bitcoin development team. A lot of the early pioneers come from Toronto as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got involved in crypto maybe coming up 4 years now. And
Wow.
it was just through friends of a friends telling me about Bitcoin, but not really understanding the fundamental technology behind Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I was in the process of leaving my e-commerce company in Asia,
Mm-hmm.
trying to find the next big thing. And so my buddy introduced me to one of his buddies, and I started helping. And when it comes to like branding and marketing, a bunch of different Bitcoin companies. And then my current business partner is Dmitry Buterin, which is Vitalik's father.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Ethereum came around, so about 2 years into my journey in the blockchain space, that really opened up my mind to greater possibilities of this technology behind besides just financials. And so it's been a very interesting journey, but more or less it's just exposure to amazing people in Toronto.
Wonderful. So, tell us how you started with Blog Geeks. Like, what was the inspiration behind it?
Just fixing my own problems. At that time, I was trying to understand the space a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't come from a developer background, even though I understand technology well, and I do have some coding experience in CSS and HTML.
Right.
And back in the day when I used to do it, I just wanted to go to one resource where I can just learn basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'm a growth hacker, content marketer, and I like reading in-depth stuff that makes sense, that speaks basic English.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was frustrated that there wasn't really a resource for that. You go on Reddit, half the times you have to deal with trolls, you have to deal
Right.
with all. You're not getting like a full scope of everything. Context is really important in that case.
Mm-hmm.
And so that being said, I'm like, Bitcoin's been around for years at this point. I'm like, I have to create something, and then create Blockgeeks.
Awesome. So, you lay a lot of emphasis on education, and that is the main inspiration behind Blockgeeks as well, to educate the masses about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency and all that. So, from a very educational perspective, how important is it for investors to learn the nuances of cryptocurrencies before they invest in it?
This is the same for any industry. I find it funny, like most people who are coming new to the space have no experience as an investor in the first place.
Yep.
Let's say you and I want to become an investor. I'll give you an example. I'm looking right now to do some deals in certain real estate investments.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been doing real estate for a very long time. I have experience in that. But what I'm about to do, I have zero experience.
Mm.
Now, I'll be a fool to think I'm just going to go in there and put money and, pray for the best.
Right.
You take your time, you do your due diligence, you talk to the best people in the space, you collect as much data points as possible.
Right.
And based on these data points, based on talking to people, then you make your best judgmental call.
Yep.
The whole idea of like just invest blindly is ridiculous. So whether it's crypto assets, real estate, angel investing, stock investing, futures, whatever it may be, you really got to take your time and collect data.
Sure. Sure, I understand that. So, going on that same line of view, you have been very outspoken about the crappy ICOs that are out there. You have been
Sure.
very outspoken about that. So, for a potential investor, apart from the educational point of view, what are some of the red flags that they should look out for before investing?
Oh, look, I have a couple of checklists. Number one, I asked them right away, why do you even need a token?
Hmm.
Show me the fundamentals behind the token. 99% of them don't need a token.
Right.
Number two, what I asked for them is like, give me a lean canvas startup, one pager. Show me exactly what problem you're solving. Show me exactly why your token is the only solution. I want to repeat that again. Only solution.
Only
And number
solution.
three, show me how you're going to make money.
Hmm.
99% of them, they don't do this because there's no use for the token. It's complete fraud. But there are rare use cases when it comes around. But those are some simple questions. Why do you need a token? How's your token used? How do you make money? What problem are you solving? How can you scale this?
Hmm. So like from the proper utility of the tokens, like how much utility a token is solving and how much functions a
Well,
token is doing.
utility in
Yeah.
quotations, right?
Yeah.
People say it's a utility when 99% of the time it's a payment token. Like you're forcing me to use your product by buying this make-believe fucking token. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do a talk at EdCon soon. It's gonna be a quick 10-minute talk on the state of dApps. When you realize where the dApps are today, it's like 80% of decentralized exchanges, sorry, 70% of decentralized exchanges, another like 20% in gambling, and then 10% roughly in like online digibles. So, for
Wow.
example, CryptoKitties, etc. But out of the decentralized exchanges and gambling, only about 2% of people on a daily basis actually log in to use these dApps.
Right. Right. So yeah, that is definitely an issue, and I'm glad that I could hear your views on that. So like about the crypto ad bans that are going on right now, from Facebook and all those things. Like,
Sure.
what's your views on that? Like, what is
It's
going
nothing
on
new,
there?
man. I remember I used to be in the affiliate marketing game back in the day. Actually, that's how I got my start in marketing. When was it? I don't know. 8 years ago, 9 years. I don't know. It was a while ago.
Right.
The crazy thing back then was green bean extract for losing weight.
Yeah.
Yohimbi. That's Yohimbi, I think it was, or something like that.
Garcinia Cambogia something.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yohimbi something else.
Yeah.
Dr. Oz had that on the show. It
Yep.
went crazy.
Yep.
At one point, Facebook banned all affiliate marketing, not just Green Bean. I mean, anything to do with affiliate, you got banned. You got banned on Twitter because there's way too much scams going out there. So this whole idea of banning ICOs on Facebook, Google, and Twitter is nothing new. It's been done in the proper marketers. And I don't know, man. In the ICO space, I get pitched every day. Blockgeeks gets pitched every day. These are like amateur marketers. They don't understand human psychology. They don't understand building businesses. At the end of the day, everyone's trying to capitalize on the dollar. So if your ICO has to, and first of all, for the most part, you probably don't need an ICO. But if your ICO has to rely on marketing to get the message out, that's a big red flag for me at the beginning.
Right. Okay. So Amit, tell us how you go about making your team from an entrepreneurial standpoint.
Yeah, that's a good question. So for me, I'm a big proponent of creating a holacracy or teal type of organization. So that's a horizontal flat organization. Traditional startups and companies are hierarchical, so kind of like pyramid top down. You have the CEO, founder, then you have managers, then you have project managers, etc. And so the line of command always has to go up. So the efficiency is not good. The politics is not good. At the end of the day, it's more or less it's dictatorship as opposed to unity and collaboration as a tribe. And so for example, in Blockgeeks, we create a very flat type of startup where everybody's accountable for themselves. They create their own KPIs. They create their own milestones. Everybody helps everybody. There's nobody saying I'm on top of you or you're underneath me. We're all equal in the startup. And so, for me, culture is really big at the beginning. Like if you can really instill and ingrain a proper culture into your startup at the beginning, that really helps you attract the right talent, because at the end of the day you can have all the money in the world, but if you have and I've seen it firsthand time and time again where startups have ridiculous amounts of money but they have a horrible fucking culture, horrible leadership, and so they're a revolving door, they're a leaky basket. You have amazing talent coming in and they leave in 6 months. So you have all this talent leaving and you got to constantly fill in and nothing gets done because you don't have people working for the same goal. So if you focus on your culture, you focus on your values, and you really have something special there, it's quite easy for you to get talent.
So, Amir, like there was this tweet that you posted some time back about how not everything needs to be decentralized.
Sure.
So regarding that, like, can you give me an idea as to how why doesn't everything need to be decentralized? Can you give us an idea on that?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. I don't know about you, but I use Amazon every day. I use Amazon for a couple of reasons. I've had Amazon businesses, both affiliate and also my own product. I use Amazon for my business as well. I use Amazon personally. There's many benefits to Amazon. It's instant, it's fast, it's cheap, no shipping. They deal with logistics, they deal with customer support, they deal with refunds, they deal with everything, right? So the question is, like, it's quite efficient, right? It's a win-win for for businesses to be on Amazon, because Amazon provides them distribution. Amazon helps them with logistics, with warehousing, everything. Everything. If you've never done an e-commerce company, and once you do one and you realize how much bullshit and headaches there is with hosting your own warehouse and logistics and tracking, then you're like, fuck, man, I'm on Amazon. And so then a decentralized marketplace comes around and it says, hey, we're going to decentralize Amazon. How are you more competitive? What more value do you offer me than Amazon?
True.
You don't. You don't offer me more value. But that's not to say the marketplaces can have a niche. Like, I love Open Bazaar. I love what Brian's doing. I try to support them as much as I can. And I think there's a very niche marketplace for decentralized marketplaces, right? And I'm a firm believer in moving up markets. Like, if you're going to build something decentralized, start in the most smallest, minute size possible and slowly work yourself up. But if somebody's coming to me today saying I'm the new Amazon, decentralized is better, that's a lie. I can order anything on Amazon right now, and they have 1 hour delivery in Toronto. At my office, in an hour delivery, and if I don't like it, they come and pick it up and return it. How are you gonna tell me not to use it and go on your platform?
True. So, like, for your vision of the future, like, how much do you think the future will be decentralized? Like, what's your vision, so to speak, there?
Yeah, we spoke about this before. Also, the terminology and the definition of what decentralization is. Are the miners decentralized? So that's if it's a proof of work. Let's say proof of stake for Ethereum, right? Are the token holders decentralized, right? Is the governance decentralized? Are the dApps decentralized? Are the wallets decentralized? So what is decentralization? All right, so there has to be a definition, decentralization, different degrees of it. So in the future, is everything going to be decentralized? No, I think there's use cases and there's not use cases for it. And for me, I still want to see Bitcoin be decentralized. I want Bitcoin to work. We're still working on Bitcoin, and we have to make Bitcoin work.
Awesome. Tell me some of the projects that you're really interested in, like some of the upcoming projects that you think has a lot of potential and is going to solve some real issues.
Even though I love the exchanges, like CoinSquare is amazing, Coinbase is good. Even though people hate on them, like they've gotten more people into crypto than anybody else.
For sure.
I'm really bullish on decentralized exchanges. So how is it decentralized? And that aspect is no centralized person controlling the order book. So it's all third-party players. So you have relayers, you have order book, you have liquidity pools of fiat, liquidity pools of crypto, all interplaying together as sovereign individuals on top of this platform. So I think crypto to be real crypto and to actually have it, say, to be more or less immutable against policies of governments, we definitely need decentralized exchanges, because the biggest bottleneck right now in the industry is, like, for example, let's say Bittrex or Kraken or Coinbase gets subpoenaed to be shut down. What happens?
The gateway is closed down, so there's no portal.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
It becomes now difficult, and so people go back to local Bitcoins, which they're fucking awesome, man. I love what they do. But that's peer-to-peer. That's right. That's the vision of crypto at the beginning, right? In Satoshi's white paper is peer-to-peer.
Right.
It's person-to-person, as opposed to like, oh, well, you have to give me permission to buy Bitcoin. Here's my information. I'm going to send you by Visa or wire transfer to buy Bitcoin. As opposed, I can just go person-to-person. So I'm very bullish on that. Very interested to see what Cosmos does with interoperability.
For sure.
So you have all these different chains, and people are trying to win, first mover advantage, or they're trying to get more market shares, etc. But you have big ones coming out. You have Neo, you have now EOS, you have Ethereum, you have Cosmos, you have Polkadot, you have Aeon, you have Rootstock coming up.
Yep.
And so, like, I'm not just going to use one and close that out of all of the rest of them. And so I'm very interested to see what Cosmos does with interoperability, where I can do atomic swaps and go from chain to chain with the same identity. So now that increases the network effect on these open systems, and that increases also more collaboration. That increases more different X values that we won't be aware about. Definitely see what tokens have value for people and what tokens don't. I think we'll see like 99% of these tokens just evaporate. No one will use them.
Yeah, I definitely have the same viewpoint there. And one thing that the like some readers of ours wanted to ask you this. Like, give us a glimpse about, give us an idea about the Blockgeeks hackathon, and do you have plans to do more of these hackathons in the future?
Yeah. Hackathons are quite simple, even though they're hard to put on. Is usually 2 to 3 days. For now, it's Ethereum focused, but we're definitely open for working with other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But more or less, is we host these hackathons. People get together, they come with their great ideas. Then at the end of the 3 days, we usually have a judging committee or a panel where we judge them on the technology, judge them on the use case, judge them on the problems, and then judge them on the team execution themselves. And usually there's, bonuses. The next one that we're having quite interesting is not really per se a hackathon, but it's more or less kind of like a pitch fest, kind of like Dragon's Den.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be hosting the super demo at EdCon here in Toronto. So that's May 2nd till 4th here in Toronto.
Wow.
So if you guys are around, come for that. And I think we're doing a hackathon with Crypto Chicks in New York coming up as well.
Mm-hmm. So Amir, like, tell us about a crypto influencer that you respect a lot and would like to see us interview next.
I think he's a genius. I definitely think you should talk to Ethan Buckman from Cosmos.
Yeah, I actually had a mail exchange with him recently regarding the guide, so to speak. So anyway, Amir, like, before we wrap up the interview, is there any parting words that you want to give to our audience?
Just educate yourself. At the end of the day, there's different players in this ecosystem. You have entrepreneurs who build businesses, you have speculators, and everybody's needed, right? It's not like one has a hierarchy over the next, right? You need speculators, you need investors, you need entrepreneurs, you need crazy people, you need all these different actors. So you have to figure out what actor you are in this ecosystem, and at the end of the day, become the best actor, become the most honest, honorable person. If you're going to be an investor, become an honorable investor. Invest in projects that you truly believe will work, that you truly believe will fix problems in the world, as opposed to hypothetically. I don't like hypothetical. I like real world solutions the very next day, as opposed to this will be done in 5 years from now.
Right.
So just stay true to yourself.
Okay. Thank you so much, Amir. Thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. That was Amir, and I have a lot of respect for that guy because the sheer amount of knowledge that he has, and I'm pretty sure you could see that as well. So, if you liked what you saw, then please do share and like and share with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course. And if you want news that is actionable, objective, and non-biased, then please do follow us on Twitter at CoinLive_IO, C capital, L capital, IO capital. So thank you, and this is Raj signing off.